Hey folks, this is Joellen, the Redhead Bedhead, and I am getting ready to go to Woodhull's Sexual Freedom Summit this week, and I know a whole bunch of you are too. And I wanted to talk to you about something I've kind of glanced over in my previous videos because I usually skip it when I go to conferences, but it's the social aspect of conferences, like the events and the mixers and all of that stuff. So my previous conference videos have been very much aimed at introverts, right? What to do at a conference when you're an introvert, how to survive it as an introvert. And I'm actually not going that way today. And there's a very specific reason for that. The word introvert, the word introversion, it means something very particular, right? It means that you are someone who recharges with alone time. You're drained by social interaction, right? And you can be shy and not be that, right? You can be someone who hates meeting new people and not be that, right? You can be someone who recharges hanging out with your friends and still not really love going to, mixers and all this stuff, right? All of these things that we've come to associate with the word introvert, since it's been, in a bajillion articles and all over everything, don't really apply. The word introvert really only means that one thing. So we're not going to use that word. I've been using the word quiet a lot, but put introvert aside for right now and just come along with me and think about if you were someone who, like myself, doesn't love big group parties, especially ones that are filled with strangers. If you're not somebody who's prone to yelling woo in public, if you're not someone who can handle things with forced group interactions or, let's say, games or any of that kind of thing, jump on board here. So, like I said, I usually skip that type of thing at conferences. So what I did for Woodhull's Sexual Freedom Summit this year is I put together an event, and I'm going to tell you about it because even if you're not coming, I think that there's some stuff to learn here that you could take with you and use at your own social stuff, right? So I'm doing an event called the Sex Geek Salon, where I will not be talking about politics. So the question that just came up, I'm not going to answer. So, at the Sex Geek Salon, we're going to keep it completely unstructured, right? So you can come and go as you please. So if you are an introvert and you get drained by social interaction, come in, spend a little bit of time, go. It's great. There's no thing that you have to do, right? You don't have to play a game. You don't have to do a certain kind of interaction. Nope. There is space to just chill, be quiet. There's, we're going to have sex geeky books around. We're going to have games if you want to play them, like board game type stuff. I made a puzzle. That's right. I made a puzzle. It's got like a bajillion sex toys on it. It's super fun. My sponsors, Doxy, are going to be there with swag and their toys to check out. Basically, I set up a bunch of different spaces so that there's levels of interaction. Right? So for people who want to chat and hang out and, play games and stuff, that's there. But if you just want to come and chill in a corner and be super quiet, but still feel like you're part of the conference and engaging in that dipping your toes in kind of way, you can do that, right? It's all about thinking about kind of what would make me not be scared off from a space and putting that in it. And the reason this was important to me is because I feel like when you look at a schedule for an event like this, and you're someone like myself, and you see that there's all these events that are champagne and cocktails and people going woo every evening, and you know that doesn't appeal to you and you know you don't do well in those environments, you can start to feel like it's not the place for you. You can start to feel like there's not room for you. But when you see something that is thought out, is planned out to have your comfort in mind, you know that there's not a wrong way to be at this event, at this conference, right? It's there for you to exist as you are. Because really, folks, that's the way it is. Any way that you're existing as a sex geek, or as yourself, even if you're not a sex geek, is cool, right? And so that's the point of my whole sex geek salon at Woodhull. And if you are trying to put together your own event for the quiets, as I call my people, think about that as you go ahead. And if you're not a quiet person, if you're somebody who's super active, but you want to make people like myself comfortable, recruit one of us. Grab one of us and figure out what doesn't scare us off. And put it into your space. It's actually been really fun putting this together and figuring that stuff out. I want to thank Woodhull for letting me do this, because it was an idea that came to me a couple of months ago, and they just jumped on board with letting me make this happen, and let me spitball a bunch of ideas, and have just been super fun with it. I want to thank Doxy, my sponsors, who are letting me go to Woodhull, and who have been super cool about coming to the Sex Geek Salon and letting us see their new stuff there, and are just wonderful people. And I'm so excited to meet a bunch of you there and to talk to you and really just hang out and get to spend some time immersed among my sex geeks, even though I don't always talk a ton, because again, quiet. If you have any questions about this event, if you want to grab some time to chat at the summit, you can always drop me a line at joellen@redheadbedhead.com. Otherwise, I will see you there. You can follow all of Woodhull by following the hashtag SFS16. You can follow the Sex Geek Salon hashtag SFS Salon. And otherwise, I will see you folks online. All right. Thank you.